trusted wife a quarter of a year. But she grew weary of her life and turned into a fear. For the old man, he lay by her side, could not but sigh and groan. Oh, if I chance for to die a maid, 'twere better to lie alone. Oh, 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 such a husband, oh, 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 such a husband, what a life lead I, out upon a husband, such a husband, fie, fie, fie.
I learn in this letter that Don Pedro of Aragon comes this night to Messina.
He is very near by this. He was not 3 leagues off where I left him.
How many gentlemen have you lost in this action?
Oh, but few of any sort, and none of name.
A victory is twice itself when the victor brings home full numbers. I find here that Don Pedro hath bestowed much honour on a young Florentine by the name of Claudio.
Much deserved on his part, and equally remembered by Don Pedro. He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age, doing in the figure of a lamb the feats of a lion.
Well, he has an uncle here in Messina, will be very much glad of it.
I pray you, is Signor Montanto returned from these wars or no?
I know none of that name, lady. There was none such in the army of any sort.
What is he that you ask for, niece?
My cousin means Signor Benedick of Pedro.
Oh, he's returned, and as pleasant as ever he was.
Well, I pray you, how many hath he killed and eaten in these wars? Oh, but how many hath he killed? For indeed, I have promised to eat all his killing.
Faith, niece, you tax Signor Benedick too much, but he'll be meet with you, I doubt it not.
Oh, he hath done good service in these wars, and is a good soldier too, lady.
And a good soldier to a lady. But what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord, a man to a man, stuffed with all honourable virtues.
Oh, it is so indeed. He is no less than a stuffed man. But for the stuffing, well, we are all mortal.
You must not so mistake my niece. There's a kind of merry war betwixt Messina Benedick and her. They never meet, but there's a skirmish of wits between them.
Alas, he gets nothing by that. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went halting off, and now is the whole man governed with 1. So, if he have wit enough to keep himself warm, let him bear it for a difference between himself and his horse. For it is all the wealth that he hath left to be known a reasonable creature.
I see, lady. The gentleman is not in your good books.
No, and he were, I would burn my study. I pray you, who is his companion now?
He is most in the company of the right noble Claudio.
Oh, Lord! He will hang upon him like a disease. He is sooner caught than the pestilence, and the taker runs presently mad. God help the noble Claudio!
Oh.
If he have caught the Benedick, it'll cost him £1,000 ere he be cured.
I will hold friends with you, lady.
Do, good friend.
You will never run mad, niece.
No, not till a hot January.
A chance would be a fine thing.
Yes.
Don Pedro is approached.
Ah, my dear friend Leonato, you've come to meet your trouble. The fashion of the world is to avoid cost, and you encounter it.
Never came trouble to my house in the likeness of your grace.
I think this be your daughter.
Her mother hath many times told me so.
Were you in doubt, sir, that you asked her?
No, Signor Benedick, for then were you a child.
If Senor Leonato be her father, she would not have his head on her shoulders, for all of Messina is like him as she is.
I wonder that you should still be talking, Signor Benedick. Nobody marks you.
What? My dear Lady Disdain, are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die while she hath such meat food to feed it as Signor Benedick? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come in her presence.
Well, then is courtesy a turncoat. But it is certain I am loved of all ladies, only you excepted. And I would I could find in my heart, had I not a hard heart, for truly I love none.
A dear happiness to women. They would else have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God and my cold blood I'm of your humour for that. I had rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
Oh, God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall scape a predestinate scratched face.
Well, scratching could not make it worse, and 'twas such a face as yours were.
Oh, you are a rare parrot, teacher.
A bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
But my horse had the speed of your tongue, and so good a continuer. But keep your way. God's name, I have done.
You always end with a jade trick. I know you of old.
Senor Benedick, Senor Claudio. My dear friend Leonato hath invited you all. I tell him we shall stay but a month, and he heartily prays some occasion will detain us even longer.
My lord, allow me to bid you welcome. Being reconciled to the prince, your brother, I owe you all duty.
I thank you, sir. I'm not a man of many words, but I thank you.
Your grace, pray lead on.
No, your arm, Leonato. We will go together.
Benedick, didst thou note the daughter of Signor Leonato?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a worthy young lady?
Ye questioned me as an honest man should do, for my simple, true judgment, or would you have me speak after my custom as being a professed tyrant to their sex?
No, I pray thee speak in sober judgment.
Why, faith. Methinks she's too low for a high praise, too brown for a fair praise, and too little for a great praise. Only this commendation can I afford her, that were she other than she is, she were unhandsome, and being no other but as she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkest I am in sport. I pray you, tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yea, and a case to put it into. Speak you this with a sad brow.
In mine eye, she is the sweetest lady that ever I looked on.
I see yet without spectacles, and I see no such matter. There's her cousin, and were she not possessed with a fury, exceeds her as much in beauty as the 1st of May doth the last of December. But I hope you have no intent to turn husband, have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though I had sworn the contrary, if Hero would be my wife.
Oh, it's come to this! Shall I never see a bachelor of 60 again? The prince has returned to seek you.
What secret hath held you here that you followed not to Leonato?
I would your grace would constrain me to tell.
I charge thee on thy allegiance.
He is in love. With who? Now, that is your grace's part. Mark how short his answer is. With Hero, Leonato's short daughter.
Amen, if thou dost love her. She's very well worthy.
You speak this to fetch me in, my lord.
No, by my troth, I speak my thought.
And in faith, my lord, I spoke mine.
And by my two faiths and troths, my lord, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel.
And that she is worthy, I know.
That I neither feel how she should be loved, nor know how she should be worthy, is the argument that fire can't melt in me. I will die in it at the stake.
Thou wast ever an obstinate heretic in despite of beauty.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That likewise, that she brought me up, I likewise give her thanks. But that I shall have a reed cheek winded in my forehead, all women shall pardon me. That I will do none the wrong to mistrust any. I will do myself the right to trust none. And the fine is, for the which I may go the finer, I will live a bachelor.
I will see thee, ere I die, look pale with love.
With anger, with sickness, or with hunger, my lord, not with love.
Well, as time shall try, in time, even the savage bull will bear the yoke.
The savage bull may, but if ever the sensible Benedick bear it, pluck the horns from off the bull's head and stick them in my forehead, and let me be vilely painted, and in such letters as they write, here may you find horse for hire, let them signify under my sign, here may you see Benedick, the married man.
Benedick, repair thee to Leonato's, commend me to him, tell him I will not fail him at supper, for indeed he hath made great preparation.
Examine your conscience. And so I leave you.
Has Leonato any son, my lord?
No child but Hero. She is his only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudio?
My lord, when you went onward on this ended action, I looked upon her with a soldier's eye that liked, but had a rougher task in hand than to drive liking to the name of love. But now I am returned, and that war thoughts have left their places vacant. In their rooms come thronging soft and delicate desires, all prompting me how fair young Hero is, saying I liked her ere I went to wars.
Thou wilt be like a lover presently, and will tire the hero with a book of words. If thou love fair Hero, you cherish it. And I will break with her and with her father, and thou shalt have her.
How sweetly you do minister to love, that no loves grief by his complexion.
Now, I know we have some revelling tonight. I will assume thy part in some disguise, and I will tell fair Hero I am Claudio, and in her bosom I'll unclasp my heart and take her hearing prisoner with a force and strong encounter of my amorous tale. and then to her father I will break, and his goodwill obtained, and the conclusion is, she will be thine. Now come, presently let us put it into practice.
Why are you thus out of measure sad? There's no measure in the occasion that breeds, therefore the sadness is without limit. You should hear reason. And when I have heard it, what blessing brings it? I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have cause, and smile at no man's jest. Eat when I have stomach, and wait for no man's leisure. Sleep when I am drowsy, and tend on no man's business. Laugh when I am merry, and floor no man in his humour.
Yea, but you must not make the full show of this, you may do it without controlment. You have of late stood out against your brother, who have taken you newly into his grace, whereas it is impossible that you should take true root but by the fair weather that you make yourself.
I'd rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace. And it better fits my blood to be disdained of all than to fashion a carriage to rob love from any. And this, though I cannot be said to be a flattering honest man, it must not be denied that I am a plain-dealing villain. And if I had my mouth, I would bite. And if I had my liberty, I would do my liking. In the meantime, let me be that I am, and seek not to alter me. What news, Borachio?
I came yonder for a great supper. The prince, your brother, is royally entertained by Leonato, and I can give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
Will it serve for any model to build mischief on? What is he for a fool that betroths himself to unquietness?
Mary, it's your brother's right hand.
Who? The most exquisite Claudio?
Even he.
And a proper squire. And who? Which way looks he?
Mary, on Hero, the daughter and heir of Leonato.
A very forward march, chick. How came you to this?
Being entertained as a perfumer. As I was smoking a musty room, comes me the prince and Claudio hand in sad conference. I went me beyond the arras, and there, it agreed upon that the prince should woo Hero for himself, and having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
Come thither. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young start-up hath all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him in any way, I bless myself in every way. You are both sure and will assist me in this?
Aye, to the death, my lord.
Shall we go prove what's to be done?
We will wait upon your lordship.
John here at supper?
I saw him not.
How tartly that gentleman looks. I can never see him, but I am heartburned for an hour after.
He is of a very melancholy disposition.
He were an excellent man that were made just in the midway between him and Signor Benedick. The one is too like an image and says nothing, and the other too like my lady's eldest son, evermore tattling.
Then half Signor Benedick's tongue in Count John's mouth, and half Count John's melancholy in Signor Benedick's face.
With a good foot and a good leg too, uncle. Oh, and money enough in his purse. Oh, such a man would win any woman in the world, if he could get her goodwill.
By my troth, niece, thou wilt never get thee a husband if thou be so shrewd of thy tongue.
In faith, she's too cursed.
Too cursed is more than cursed. I shall lessen God's sending that way, for it is said, God sends a cursed cow short horns, but to a cow too cursed he sends none.
So by being too cursed, God will send you no horns.
Just, if he send me no husband, for the which blessing I am at him upon my knees every morning and evening. Lord, I could not endure a husband with a beard on his face. I had rather lie in the woolen.
You may light on a husband that hath no beard.
And what should I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting gentlewoman? Uncle, he that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man. And he that is more than a youth is not for me, and he that is less than a man, well, I am not for him. Therefore, I will even take sixpence in earnest of the bearded, and lead his apes into hell.
Go you to hell, then?
Oh, no, but to the gate. And there will the devil meet me like an old cuckold, with horns on his head, and say, Get ye to heaven, Beatrice, get thee to heaven. Here is no place for you maids. So, deliver I up my apes, and away to St. Peter. Ah, for the heavens, he shows me where the bachelors sit, and there live we as merry as the day is long.
Well, niece, I trust you will be ruled by your father?
In faith, it is my cousin's duty to make curtsy and say, Father, as it please you. But for all that, cousin, please, make sure he's a handsome fellow, or make another curtsy and say, Father, as it please me.
Well, niece, I hope one day to see you fitted with a husband.
Oh, Lord! Not till God make man of some other metal than earth. No, uncle, I'll none. Adam's sons are my brethren, and truly I hold it a sin to match in my kindred.
Daughter, remember what I told you. If the prince do solicit you in that kind, you know your answer.
The revellers are entering, brother. Make good room.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, Beatrice. Oh, sorry.
Lady, will you walk about with your friend?
Though you look sweet, you walk softly.
I like you the better. The ears may cry, amen.
Oh, God met me with a good dance.
Amen.
So you will not tell me who you are?
No, you shall pardon me.
And you will not tell me who told you so?
Not now.
That I was disdainful, and that I had my good wit out of the 100 merry tales. Well, this was Signor Benedick that said this.
What's he?
I'm sure you know him well enough.
Not I, believe me.
Did he never make you laugh?
I pray you, what is he?
Why, he's the prince's jester, a very dull fool. Only his gift is in devising impossible slanders. None but libertines delight in him, for he both pleases men and angers them. And then they laugh at him and beat him. I'm sure he is in the fleet.
But when I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Oh, do. Oh, come, we must follow the leaders.
And every good thing.
Are not you, Signor Benedick?
You know me well. I am he.
Signor, you are very near my brother in his love. He is enamored on Hero. I pray you, dissuade him from her. She is no equal to his birth. You do the part of an honest man in it.
How know you he loves her?
I heard him swear his affection.
Thus answer I in name of Benedick. But hear these ill news with the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so. The prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all other things, save in the office and affairs of love. Therefore, all hearts in love, use their own tongues. Let every eye negotiate for itself. Trust no agent. Farewell, therefore, hero.
Come, Claudio!
Yea, the same.
Come, will you go with me?
Whither?
Even to the next willow? About your own business, county, for the prince hath got your hero.
I wish him joy of her. I pray you, leave me.
Oh, now you strike like the blind man. 'Twas the boy that stole your meat, and you'll beat the post.
If it will not be, I'll leave you.
Ooh, alas, poor hurt fowl. But that my lady Beatrice would know me, and not know me. The prince's fool. Ha! It may be I go by that name because I am merry. Yea, but so I am apt to do myself wrong. I am not so reputed. It is the base, the bitter disposition of Beatrice that puts the world in her person, and so gives me out. Well, I'll be revenged as I may.
Oh, Signor Benedick. The Lady Beatrice has a quarrel to you. The gentleman that danced with her told her she was much wronged by you.
Oh, she misused me past the endurance of a block. She told me, not thinking I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester, that I was duller than a great Thor, huddling jest upon me with such impossible conveyance that I stood like a man at the mark with a whole army shooting at me. She speaks poniards and every word stabs. If her breath were as bad as her terminations, there'd be none living near her. She'd infect the North Star. I would not marry her though she were endowed with all that Adam had left him before he transgressed.
Look, here she comes.
Will your grace command me any service to the world's end? I will go on the slightest errand, now, to the Antipodes that you can devise to send me on. I will fetch a hair off the great Cham's beard, do you any embassage to the pygmies, rather than hold 3 words conference with this harpy. Have you no employment for me?
None, but to desire your good company.
Oh, God, sir, here's a dish I like not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Come, lady, come. You have lost the heart of Signor Benedick.
Yea, my lord. Indeed, he lent it me a while, and I gave him good use for it, a double one for a single heart. Marry, once before he won it of me with false dice. Therefore your grace may well say I have lost it.
Oh, no, you put him down, lady. You put him down.
So I would not he should do me, my lord, lest I should be proved the mother of fools. I have brought Count Claudio, whom you sent me to seek.
Wherefore art thou, Count? Art thou sad?
Not sad, my lord.
Sick?
Neither, my lord.
The Count is neither sad nor sick nor merry nor well, but civil Count. Civil as an orange, and something of that jealous complexion.
Oh, in faith, lady, I think you're blazing to be true, but I'll be sworn if he is, his conceit is false. Dear Claudio, I have wooed for thee, and fair hero is won. I have broke with her father, and his goodwill obtained. So, name the day of the marriage, and God give thee joy.
Count, take of me my daughter, and with her my fortunes. His grace hath made the match, and all graces say amen to it.
Speak, Count, as your cue.
Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. I were but little happy. Oh, if I could say how much. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours.
Speak, cousin, or if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss, and let not him speak neither. Oh.
In faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Yea, and I thank the Lord for it. It keeps on the windy side of care. Ah, look, my cousin is going to tell him in his ear that he is in her heart.
And so she doth, cousin.
Good Lord, for alliance! Thus goes everyone to the world but I. And I am sunburnt. I may sit in a corner and cry, hey-ho, for a husband.
Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
I'd rather have one of your father's getting. Hath your grace ne'er a brother like you?
No.
Your father got excellent husbands if a maid could come by them.
Lady, will you have me?
Oh, no! Unless I could have another for working days. Your grace is far too costly to wear every day. But I beseech your grace, pardon me, I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
Your silence most offends me. But to be merry most becomes you. For out of the question, you were born on a happy hour.
No, my lord, my mother cried. But then there was a star that danced, and under that was I born. Cousins, God give you joy.
Oh, by my troth, a pleasant-spirited lady.
Indeed, there is little of the melancholy element in her. My daughter says that she has often, she's never sad, but when she sleeps, and not ever sad then. My daughter says she sometimes dreams about happiness and wakes herself with laughing.
But she cannot endure to hear talk of a husband.
Oh, by no means.
Well, she would be an excellent wife for Benedick.
Oh, Lord, my lord, they were but a week married and they would talk themselves mad.
Claudio, when mean you to go to church?
Tomorrow, my lord.
Not till Monday, my good son, which is hence but a 7 night, and a time all too brief to have all things answer my mind.
No, I warrant thee, Claudio, the time shall not go dully by us. You see, in the interim, I will undertake one of the labours of Hercules, which is to bring the Lady Beatrice and Senor Benedick into a mountain of affection, one with t'other. And I would fain have it a match, but I doubt not to fashion it if you would but offer such assistance as I will give you direction.
My lord, I am with you, though it cost me 10 nights watching.
And I, my lord.
You too, gentle hero?
I will do any modest office, my lord, to help my cousin to a good husband.
If we can do this, then Cupid is no longer the archer. We are the only love gods. Come in and I'll tell you of my drift.
So, Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonato.
Yea, my lord, but I can cross it.
Bah, Any cross, any impediment will prove medicinal to me. I'm sick in displeasure to him, and whatever comes athwart his affection ranges evenly with mine. How canst thou cross this marriage?
Not honestly, my lord, but so covertly that no dishonesty shall appear in me.
Show me briefly how.
I think I told your lordship a year since how much in the honour I am of Margaret, Lady Hero's gentlewoman.
I remember.
I can, at any unseasonable instant of the night, appoint her to look out at her lady's chamber window.
What life is in that to be the death of this marriage?
The poison of that lies in you to temper. Go you to the prince, your brother. Spare not to tell him that he hath wronged his honour in marrying the renowned Claudio, whose estimation to you mightily held up to a contaminated stale. Such a one as Hero.
What proof shall I make of that?
Proof enough, my lord. To misuse the prince, to vex Claudio, to undo Hero, and to kill Leonato. Look you for any other issue?
Only to despite them I will endeavour anything.
Go then. Find me a meet hour to draw the prince and Claudio alone. Tell them that you know that Hero loves me. That you have discovered this, they will scarcely believe without trial. Offer them instances which will be no less likelihood than to see me at her lady's chamber window. Hear Margaret call me Claudio. Hear me call Margaret Hero. And bring them to see this the very night before the intended wedding.
Grow this to what adverse issue it can. I will put it in practice. Be cunning in the working of this, and thy fee shall be 1,000 ducats.
Be you constant in the accusation, and my cunning will not shame me.
Let us go prove what's to be done.
Wonder that one man, seeing how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behaviours to love, will, after having laughed at such shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. And such a man is Claudio. I have known when there was no music with him but the drum and the fife. Now would he rather hear the tabor and the pipe. I have known when he would walk 10 mile afoot to see a good armour. Now will he lie 10 nights awake carving the fashion of a new doublet. He was wont to speak plain and to the purpose, like an honest man and a soldier. Now is he turned orthographer. His words are a very fantastical banquet. Just so many strange dishes. May I be so converted and see with these eyes? I think not. I will not be sworn, but love may transform me to an oyster. But I'll take an oath on it, till he hath made an oyster of me. You will never make me such a fool. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another is wise, yet I am well. Another virtuous, yet I am well. But till all graces be in one woman shall not come in my grace. Rich she shall be, that's certain. Wise, or I'll none. Virtuous, or I'll never cheapen her. Fair, or I'll never look on her. Mild, or come not near me. Of good discourse, an excellent musician, and her hair shall be whatever colour it please God. Ah, the prince and Monsieur Love. I will hide me.
See where Benedick is himself?
Oh, very well, my lord.
Come, Balthazar. Let's hear that song again.
Oh, good, my lord. Tech's not so bad a voice to slander music anymore than once.
No, it's a witness still of excellency that puts a strange face on his own perfection. I pray thee sing, and let me woo no more.
Sing more, men were deceivers ever. One foot on sea and one on shore, to one thing constant never. Them sigh not so, but let them go, and be you black and bonny, converting all your sounds of woe into a nonny nonny. Sing no more, daddy, sing no more of doms so dull and heavy. The faults of men were ever so, since summer first was left. Then sigh not so, but let them go, and be you black and lonely, converting all your sounds of woe into a nonny
Oh, by my faith, a good song.
And an ill singer, my lord.
Oh, no faith, thou singest well enough.
And you'd been a dog that would have howled thus, they would have hanged him.
Come hither, Leonato. What was that you told me of today, that your niece Beatrice was in love with Senor Benedick?
I did never think that lady would have loved any man.
No, nor I neither. But most wonderful that she so dotes on Signor Benedick, whom she having all outward behaviour seemed ever to abhor.
Is possible?
No, maybe she doth but counterfeit.
Faith, like enough.
Oh, counterfeit? Never was there counterfeit of passion came so near the life of passion as she discovers it.
Why, what effects of passion showed she?
Make the hook well. This fish will bite.
What effects, my lord? My daughter told you how.
She did indeed.
How, I pray thee? Oh, you amaze me.
I should think it's a trick, but that the white-bearded fellow speaks it. Knavery cannot sure hide itself in such reverence.
He hath taken the infection. Hold it up, hold it up.
No. Has she made her affection known to Benedick?
No, and swears she never will. That's her torment. She will be up 20 times a night, and there will she sit in her smock till she have writ a sheet of paper. And then, my daughter tells us all, she tears the letter into 1,000 halfpence and rails at herself that she should be so immodest as to write to one that she knows will flout her.
And then, down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, prays, curses. Oh, sweet Benedick! God give me patience.
She doth indeed. And my daughter tells us all, and the ecstasy hath so overborne her, that my daughter is sometimes afeard she will do herself a desperate outrage. 'Tis very true.
Oh, it was good Benedick knew of it.
To what end, my lord? He would make but a sport of it and torment the poor lady worse.
But she is an excellent sweet lady. Out of all suspicion, she is virtuous.
And she is exceeding wise.
And everything but loving Benedick. No, I pray, tell Benedict of it and see what he will say.
Where is wise, do you think?
Hero thinks surely she will die. For she says, she will die if he love her not, and she will die ere she make her love known, and she will die if he woo her, rather than she will bate one breath of her accustomed crossness.
Oh, she doth well. Because if she was to make tender of her love, it's very possible he would scorn it. For as you all know, he hath a contemptible spirit.
He is a very proper man.
He has a good outward happiness.
Before God, and in my mind, very wise.
He shows some sparks that are like wit. No, I pray, let's seek Benedict and hear what he will say.
Never tell him, my lord. Let her wear it out with good counsel.
Oh, nay, she will wear her heart out first.
We will hear further of it from your daughter. Let it cool the while. I love Benedict well, but I wish he would modestly examine himself. to see how he is unworthy so good a lady.
My lord, dinner is ready. Shall we go?
Oh,
If we do not dote on her upon this, I'll never trust my expectation.
let the same net be set for her, but that must your daughter and her gentlewoman do. Oh no. Let us call her to fetch him in to dinner.
This can be no trick. The conference was sadly born. They had the truth of this from Hero. They seem to pity the lady. It seems her affections have their full bent. Love me? Oh, it must be requited. I hear how I am censured. They say I will bear myself proudly if I perceive the love come from her. They say too that she would rather die than give any sign of affection. I did never think to marry. I must not seem proud. Happy are they who can hear their detractions and can put them to mending. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis the truth. I can bear them witness. And virtuous. 'Tis so. I cannot reprove it. And wise. But for loving me. Why, 'tis no addition to her wit, nor no great argument of her folly. For I will be horribly in love with her. I may chance have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me because I have railed so long against marriage, but doth not the appetite alter? A man loves the meat in his youth that he cannot endure in his age. Shall quips and sentences and these paper bullets of the brain awe a man from the career of his humour? No, the world must be peopled. When I said I would die a bachelor, I did not think I would live till I were married. Sweet Beatrice! Oh, by this day, she's a fair lady. Oh, I do spy some marks of love in her.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner.
Sweet Beatrice! I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you take pains to thank me.
Ha!
If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take delight then in the message.
Yea, senor, just so much as you may take upon a knife's point. Ah, you have no stomach. Fare you well.
Ha! Against my will, I am sent to bid thee come into dinner. There's a double meaning in that. I took no more pains for those thanks than you take pains to thank me. That's as much as to say any pains I take for you is as easy as thanks. If I do not take pity on her, I am a villain. I'll go get a picture.
Of Benedick. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him more than ever man did merit. My talk to thee must be how Benedick is sick in love with Beatrice. Of this matter is little Cupid's crafty arrow made that only wounds by hearsay. Now begin, for look, where Beatrice like a lapwing runs close by the ground to hear our conference. No, truly, Ursula, she is too disdainful. I know her spirits are as coy and wild as haggards of the rock. But are you sure that Benedick loves Beatrice so entirely? So says the prince and my new betrothed lord. And did they bid you tell her of it, madam? They did entreat me to acquaint her of it. But I persuaded them, If they loved Benedick, to wish him wrestle with affection and never to let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so? Doth not the gentleman deserve as full and fortunate a bed as ever Beatrice shall couch upon?
Oh, God of love, I know he doth deserve as much as may be yielded to a man. But nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn ride sparkling in her eyes, misprizing what they look on. And her wit values itself so highly that to her all matter else seems weak. She cannot love. Cannot!
Sure, I think so, and therefore certainly it were not good she knew his love, lest she'll make sport of it.
Why, you speak truth. I never yet saw man, how wise, how noble, young, how rarely featured, but she would spell him backwards. If fair-faced, she should swear the gentleman should be her sister. So turns she every man the wrong side out.
Sure, such carping is not commendable.
But who did tell her so? If I should tell her, oh, she would mock me into ear, laugh me out of myself, press me to death with wit. Rather, I will go to Benedick and counsel him to fight against his passion.
Oh, do not do your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be so much without true judgment, having so swift and excellent a wit as she is prized to have, as to review so rare a gentleman as Senor Benedick.
He is the only man of Italy. Always excepting my dear Claudio.
Oh, when are you married, madam?
Every day. Tomorrow. Come, go in.
She's limed, I warrant you. We've caught her, madam.
If it proves so, then loving goes by haps. Some cupids kill with arrows, some with traps. Fire is in mine ears. Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Contempt, farewell. Maiden pride, adieu. No glory lives behind the back of such. Oh, and Benedick, love on! I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee to bind our loves up in a holy band. For others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it better than reportingly.
My lord and brother, God save you.
Good day, brother.
If your leisure served, I would speak with you.
In private?
If it please you. Yet Count Claudio may hear, for what I speak of concerns him.
What's the matter?
Means your lordship to be married tomorrow?
You know he does.
I know not that when he knows what I know.
If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
Sir, you may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter, and aim better at me by that I will now manifest.
What's the matter?
I came hither to tell you, and circumstances shortened, for she has been too long a talking of. The lady is disloyal.
Who? Hero?
Even she, Leonato's hero. Your hero. Every man's hero.
Disloyal?
The word is, wonder not till further warrant. Go but with me tonight, and you shall see her chamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. And if you will follow me, I will show you enough.
May this be so?
No, I will not think it.
If you do not trust that what you see, trust what you know. If you will follow me, I will show you enough. And when you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly.
If I see anything tonight, why I should not marry her tomorrow? In the congregation where I should wed, there will I shame her.
And I, who have wooed to obtain her, will join with thee to disgrace her.
I shall disparage her no further, till you are my witnesses. Bear it coldly but till midnight, and let the issue show itself.
Are you good man and true?
Yea, or else it were pity but they should suffer salvation, body and soul.
Nay, that were a punishment too good for them. If they should have any allegiance in them, being chosen for the prince's watch.
We'll give them their charge, neighbour Dogberry.
First, who do you think the most desertless man to be constable?
Hugh Oatcake, sir. Or George Seacolt, for they can write and read.
Come hither, neighbour Seacolt. God has blessed you with a good name. To be a well-favoured man is a gift of fortune, but to read and write comes by nature.
Both which, Master Constable?
You have. I knew that would be your answer. Well, for your favour, sir, why give God the thanks? You thought her to be the most senseless and fit man for constable of the watch. Therefore, bear you the lantern. This is your charge. You shall comprehend all the groommen and bid any man stand in the prince's name.
What if I will not stand?
Why then take no note of him, but let him go, and currently call the rest of the watch together, and thank God you're rid of a knave.
If he will not stand when he is bidden, he is none of the prince's subjects.
True. And he shall meddle with none but the prince's subjects. You shall also make no noise in the streets, for the watch to babble and to talk is most tolerable and will not be endured.
We would rather sleep than talk. We know what belongs to a watch.
Why, you speak like a ancient and most true watchman, for I cannot see how sleeping should offend. If you meet a thief, you may suspect him by virtue of your office to be no true man, and for such kind of men, the less you make or meddle with him, why, the more it is for your honesty.
If we know him to be a thief, shouldn't we lay hands on him?
Truly, by your office, you may. But I think they that touch pitch will be defiled. The most peaceable way, if you do take a thief, is to let him show himself what he is, and steal out of your own company.
You've always been a merciful man, partner.
Why, I would not hang a dog by my own will, much more a man that hath any honesty in him.
By Our Lady, I think it is so.
Oh. Well, good night. in way chances. Call me up. Good night. Keep your fellows counsel. And your own. And good night. Yeah.
Well, master, we hear our charge. Let's go sit on this church bench till 2 and then all to bed.
One more word, honest neighbours. Keep a watch around Senor Leonato's door for the wedding being there tomorrow. There's a great coil on tonight. Adieu. Be vigilant, I beseech you.
Vigilant.
What, Conrade?
Peace, do not.
Conrade, I say.
Here, man, I'm at my elbow.
And my elbow itched. I thought there would a scab follow.
I will owe thee an answer for that. And now, forward with thy tale.
Then stand there close, and under this penthouse, for it drizzles rain, and I will, like a true drunkard, utter all to thee.
Some treason, masters. Stand close.
Therefore, no. I have earned of Don John 1,000 ducats.
Is it possible that any villainy should be so dear?
Thou shouldst rather ask if it's possible any villainy should be so rich. For when rich villains have need of poor ones may make what price they will.
I wonder at it.
I have tonight wooed Margaret, the Lady Ero's waiting gentlewoman, by the name of Ero. She leans me out of her lady's chamber window, bids me 1,000 times good night. I'll tell this tale vilely. I should first tell thee how the Prince and Claudio and Don John, my master, plotted, placed, and possessed by my master Don John, saw afar off in the orchard this amiable encounter.
And thought they Margaret was hero.
2 of them did, the Prince and Claudio. But the devil, my master, knew she was Margaret, and partly by his oaths, which first possessed them, and partly by the dark night, which did deceive them, but chiefly by my villainy, which did confirm any slander that Don John had made. Away went Claudio enraged, swore that he would meet her as appointed next morning at the temple, and there, in front of the whole congregation, shame her with what he saw overnight, and send her home again without a husband.
We charge you in the prince's name. Stand!
Call up the right master constable. We have here recovered a most dangerous piece of lechery that ever was known in the Commonwealth.
Masters!
Never speak, we charge you. Let us obey you to go with us. We are likely to prove a goodly commodity. Being taken up with these men's bills.
The commodity in question, I warrant you.
Obey you.
you come hither, my lord, to marry this lady?
No.
To be married to her, Friar. You come to marry her.
Lady, you come hither to be married to this count.
I do.
If either of you know any inward impediment why you should not be conjoined, I charge you on your souls you are to utter it.
Know you any, hero?
None, my lord.
Know you any, Count?
I dare make his answer none.
Stand thee by, friar. Father, by your leave, will you with free and unconstrained soul give me this maid, your daughter?
As freely, son, as God did give her me.
And what have I to give you back, whose worth may counterpoise this rich and precious gift?
Nothing, unless you render her again.
Oh, sweet prince, you learn me noble thankfulness. There, Leonato, take her back again. Give not this rotten orange to your friend. She's but the sign and semblance of her honour. Behold how like a maid she blushes here. Oh, what authority and show of truth can cunning sin cover itself withal? Comes not that blood as modest evidence to witness simple virtue? Would you not swear, all you that see her, that she is a maid by these exterior shows? But she is none. She knows the heat of a luxurious bed.
Oh.
Her blush is guiltiness, not modesty.
My lord, what do you mean?
Not to be married. Not to knock my soul to an approved wanton.
My lord, if you in your own proof have vanquished the resistance of her youth and made defeat of her virginity...
No, Leonato. I never tempted her with word too large, but as a brother to his sister showed bashful sincerity and comely love.
And seemed I ever otherwise to you?
Oh, out on thee! Seeming! I will write against it. You seem to me as Diane in her orb, as chaste as is the bud ere it be blown. But you are more intemperate in your blood than Venus, or those pampered animals that rage in savage sensuality.
Is my lord well that he doth speak so wide?
Sweet prince, why speak not you?
What should I speak? I stand dishonoured who have gone about to link my dear friend to a common stale.
Are these things spoken, or do I but dream?
Sir, they are spoken and these things are true.
This looks not like a nuptial.
True, oh God!
Leonato, stand I here? Is this the prince? Is this the prince's brother? Is this face heroes? Are our eyes our own?
All these things are so, but what of this, my lord?
Let me but move one question to your daughter, and by that fatherly and kindly power that you have in her, bid her answer truly.
I charge thee do so as thou art my child.
Oh God, defend me! How am I beset? What kind of catechizing call you this?
To make you answer truly to your name.
Is it not hero? Who can blot that name with any just reproach?
Marry that can hero. Hero itself can blot out hero's virtue. What man was he talked with you yesternight out at your window betwixt 12 and 1? Now, if you are a maid, answer to this.
I spoke with no man at that hour, my lord.
Why then? You are no maiden! I'm sorry you must hear this, Leonato, but on my honour, myself, my brother, and this grieved count did see her, hear her, at that hour last night at a chamber window, talk with a ruffian who like a most vile villain, confessed all the encounters that they have had 1,000 times in secret.
Fie, they are not to be named, my lord, not to be spoken of. There is no chastity enough in language without offence to utter them. Thus, pretty lady, I am sorry for thy much misgovernment.
Oh, hero. What a hero had thou been, if half thy outward graces had been placed about the thoughts and counsels of thy heart. But fare thee well, most foul, most fair. Farewell, thou pure impiety and impious purity. For thee, I'll lock up all the gates of love, on my eyelids shall conjecture, to turn all beauty into thoughts of harm, and never shall it more be gracious.
Hath no man's dagger here a point for me?
Oh, how now, cousin, wherefore sink you down?
Come, let us go. These things thus come to light. Smother her spirits up.
How doth the lady?
How now, cousin hero?
Have comfort, lady.
Dost thou look up?
Yea, wherefore should she not?
Wherefore? Why doth not every earthly thing cry shame upon her? Could she here deny the story that's printed in her blood? Do not live, hero. Do not look up. Do not ope thine eyes. Didst I think thou wouldst not quickly die? Thought I thy spirit stronger than thy shames? Myself would on the rearward of reproaches strike at thy life. Oh, she is fallen into a pit of ink, that the wide sea hath drops too few to wash her clean again, and salt too little, that may season give to her foul tainted flesh.
Sir, be patient. For my part, I am so attired in wonder, I know not what to say.
Oh, on my soul, my cousin is belied.
Lady, were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly not. Although until last night I have this 12-month been her bedfellow.
Confirmed! Confirmed! Oh, that is stronger maid than was before, barred up with ribs of iron. Would the two princes lie, and Claudio lie, that loved her so that, speaking of her foulness, washed it with tears? Hence from her! Let her die!
Hear me a little. By noting of the lady, I have marked 1,000 blushing apparitions to start into her face. 1,000 innocent shames in angel whiteness beat away those blushes. Oh, call me a fool. Trust not my reading nor my observations, if this sweet lady lie not guiltless here under some biting error.
Friar, it cannot be.
Lady, what man is he that you are accused of?
They know that do accuse me. I know none. If I know more of any man alive than that which maiden modesty doth warrant, let all my sins lack mercy. O my father, prove you that any man with me conversed at hours unmeet, or that I yesternight maintained the change of words with any creature, refuse me, hate me, torture me to death.
There is some strange misprision in the princes.
Two of them had the very bent of honour, and if their wisdom be misled in this, the practice of it lives in John the Bastard, whose spirit toils in frame of villainies.
I know not. If they speak but truth of her, these hands shall tear her! But if they do wrong her honour, the proudest of them shall well hear of it.
Pause a while, and let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here, the princess left for dead. Let her a while be secretly kept in, and publish it, that she is dead indeed. Maintain a mourning ostentation, and on your family's old monument hang mournful epitaphs, and do all rites that appertain unto a burial.
What will become of this? What will this do?
Mary, this well carried, shall on her behalf change slander to remorse. That is some good. She dying, as it must be so maintained upon the instant that she was accused, shall be lamented, pitied, excused of every hearer. So will it fare with Claudio. When he shall hear she died upon his words, the idea of her life shall sweetly creep into his study of imagination, and wished he had not so accused her. And if it sort not well, you may conceal her, as best befits her wounded reputation, in some reclusive and religious life, out of all eyes, tongues, minds, and injuries.
Senor Leonato, let the friar advise you.
Being that I flow in grief, any thread shall lead me.
'Tis well consented. Presently away. Come, lady. Die to live. This wedding day perhaps is but prolonged. Have patience and endure.
Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I will weep a while longer.
I will not desire that.
You have no reason. Do it freely.
Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wrong.
How much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A very even way. No such friend.
May a man do it?
'Tis a man's office, not yours.
I do love nothing in the world so well as you. It's not that strange.
As strange as the thing I know not. It were as possible for me to say I love nothing so well as you. But believe me not! And yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor do I deny nothing. Oh, I am sorry for my cousin!
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Well, do not swear by it and eat it.
I will swear to it that thou lovest me, and I will make him eat it who swears I love not you.
Will you not eat your word?
With no sauce that can be devised to it. I protest. I love thee.
Why then, God forgive me.
What offence, sweet Beatrice?
You have stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest that I loved you.
Then do it with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the wide world.
You kill me to deny it, Phil.
Tarry, sweet Beatrice!
I am gone though I am here. There is no love in you. Nay, I pray you let me go.
Beatrice!
And faith I will go.
We'll be friends first. Oh!
You dare easier be friends with me than fight with mine enemy?
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is he not approved in the height of villain? That have slandered, scorned, dishonoured mine kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man! Oh, what? Bear her in hand until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated rancour. God, that I were a man! I would eat his heart in the marketplace!
Nay, but Beatrice...
Talk with a man out at a window! A proper saying!
Hear me, Beatrice...
Sweet hero, she is wronged! She is slandered! She is undone!
Beatrice!
Oh, princes and counties! Oh, God, that I were a man for his sake! Or that I had any friend that would be a man for my sake! Oh, but manhood is melted into curtsies, valour into compliment, and men are turned into tongues and trim ones too! He is now as valiant as Hercules, that only tells a lie and swears by it! I cannot be a man with wishing, therefore I will die a woman with grief!
Tarry, sweet Beatrice! By this hand, I love thee!
Well, then use it for my love, some other way than swearing by it.
Think you in your soul that the Count Claudio hath wronged hero?
Yea, sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. I am engaged. I will challenge him. I will kiss your hand. And so I take my leave. By this hand, Claudio shall render me a dear account. As you hear of me, so think of me. Go, comfort your cousin. I must say that he is dead, and so farewell.
Is the whole assembly appeared?
Which be the malefactors?
Oh, marry that am I, and my partner.
But which are the offenders which are to be examined?
Let them come before Master Constable.
Nay, Mary, let them come before me.
Let them come before me.
I say, sir, what is your name?
Borachio.
Pray write down Borachio. And yours, sirrah?
I am a gentleman, sir, and my name is Conrade.
Ooh. Write down Master Gentleman Conrade. Masters, it is proved and charged already that you are little better than false knaves, as will be thought so here shortly. How answer you for yourselves?
Marry, sir, we say we are none.
Oh, a marvellous witty fellow, I assure you. But I will go about you. Come you hither, sirrah, a word in your ear. Sir, I say to you, it is thought that you are false knaves.
Sir, I say to you, we are not.
Gentlemen, before God, they are both in a tale. Have you writ down that they are none?
Master Constable, you go not the way to examine. You must call forth the watch that are their accusers.
Mary. That's the F to straight. Let the watch come forth.
Let the watch come forward.
Masters, I charge you, in the prince's name, accuse these men.
This man said, sir, that Don John, the prince's brother, was a villain.
They write down Prince John a villain. Why, that's flat perjury! Master Constable, oh, I pray thee, fellow peace. I do not like thy look, I promise thee.
What heard you him say else?
Marry, that he received 1,000 ducats to Don John for accusing the lady Hero wrongfully.
Why, that's flat burglary if ever was committed.
Why, boy, that's that it is.
What else, fellow?
And the Count Claudio did mean by his very words to disgrace Hero in front of the whole assembly and not marry her.
Thou art a villain. Thou wilt be condemned into everlasting redemption for this.
What else?
That is all.
And this is more, masters, than you can deny. Prince John is this morning secretly stolen away. Hero was in this manner accused, was in this very manner refused, and upon the grief of it suddenly died. Master Constable, let these two men be bound and taken to Leonato's. I shall go before and show him their examination.
Come, let them be opinions.
Let them be in the hands.
Sexton! God's my life, where's the sexton? Oh, that he were here to write down the prince's officer a coxcomb. No, thou villain, thou art full of piety. Come, bind them, thou naughty varlet.
Away! You are an ass! You are an ass!
Dost thou not suspect my place? Dost thou not suspect my yes? Oh, that he were here to write me down an ass! But masters, do not forget that I am an ass. Though it not be written down, yet forget not that I am an ass. Ass! No, thou villain. Thou art full of piety, which will be proved upon you by good witness. Come, bring them away. Oh, that I had been writ down an ass. Come.
If you go on like this, you'll kill yourself, and 'tis not wisdom thus to second grief against yourself.
I pray thee, cease thy counsel. which falls into mine ears as profitless as water in a sieve. Give not me counsel, nor let no comforter delight mine ear, but such a one whose wrongs do suit with mine. Bring me a father who so loved his child, whose joy of her is overwhelmed like mine, and bid him speak of patience. No, no, 'tis all men's office to speak patience to those that wring under the load of sorrow, but no man's virtue nor sufficiency to be so moral when he shall endure the like himself. Therefore give me no counsel. My griefs cry louder than advertisement.
Yet bear not all the harm upon yourself. Make those that do offend you suffer too.
There thou speakest truth. Nay, I will do so. My soul doth tell me Hero is belied, and this shall Claudio know. So shall the prince and all those that thus do dishonour her.
Here come the prince and Claudio hastily.
Good day, good day.
Good day to
my
both
lord,
of you.
hear ye.
No, we have some haste, Leonato.
Some haste, my lord. Well, fare you well, my lord.
Nay, do not quarrel with this good old man.
If he could right himself with quarrelling, some of us would lie low. Who wrongs him?
Marry, thou dost wrong me, Claudio. Thou dissembler, thou. No, Claudio, to thy head. Thou hast so wronged my innocent child and me. Thy slander hath gone through and through her heart, and she lies buried with her ancestors. Oh, in a tomb where never scandal slept, save this of hers, framed by thy villainy.
My villainy?
Thine, Claudio, thine, I say.
No, you say not right, old man.
My lord, I'll prove it on his body if he dare.
Away! I will not have to do with you.
Canst thou so deaf me? Thou killed mine innocent child. If thou killst me, thou killst the man.
What, gentlemen! Both. We will not wake your patience. And my heart is sorry for your daughter's death. But she was charged with nothing but what was true and very full of proof.
My lord,
I will not hear you.
No?
Come, brother, away. I will be heard.
It shall, or some of us will smart for it.
Look, here comes the man we went to seek.
Now, senor, what news?
Good day, my lord.
We have been up and down to seek thee, for we are high-proof melancholy and would fain have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wit?
It is in my scabbard. Shall I draw it?
As I am an honest man, he looks pale. Art thou angry or sad?
What? Courage, man! What though care killed a cat? Thou hast metal enough in thee to kill care.
I will meet your wit in the career, and you charge it against me. I pray you, choose another subject.
In this light he changes more and more. Oh, I think he'd be very angry indeed.
Shall I speak a word in your ear?
God bless me from a challenge.
You are a villain. I jest not. I will make it good how you dare, with what you dare, and when you dare. Do me right, or I will protest your cowardice. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. Let me hear from you.
But when shall we set the savage bull's horns on the sensible Benedick's head?
Yea, and text underneath. Here dwells Benedick, the married man.
Fare you well, boy. You know my mind. I will leave you to your gossip-like humour. You break jests as braggarts do their blades, which God be thanked hurt not. My lord, for your many courtesies, I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your brother the bastard has fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady. As for my lord Lackbeard there, he and I shall meet. Till then, peace be with him.
He is in earnest.
Most profound earnest. And I'll warrant you for the love of Beatrice.
And he hath challenged thee?
Most sincerely.
But soft. Let me be. Pluck up my heart and be sad. Did he not say my brother had fled?
Oh, come you, sir. If justice cannot tame you, she shall nail away more reasons in her balance. Nay, and you
good ones. You must be looked to.
Two of my brother's men are bound, but the Borachio one.
Hearken after their offence, my lord.
Officers! What have these men done?
Marry, sir. They have committed false report. Moreover, they have spoken untruths. Secondarily, they have slandered. Sixthly, and lastly, they have belied a lady. Thirdly, they have verified unjust things. And, to conclude, they are lying knaves.
Gentlemen, what have you done that's bound to answer? This learned constable is far too clever to be understood. What is your offence?
Sweet prince, let me go no farther to mine answer. Do you hear me? And let this count kill me. I have deceived even your very eyes, which your wisdoms could not discover. These shallow fools have brought to light, who in the night overheard me confess to this man, our Don John, your brother, incensed me to slander the Lady Hero. How you were brought to the orchard and saw me court Margaret in Lady Margaret's garments. How you disgraced her when you should marry her. My villainy they have put upon record, which I would rather seal to my death than repeat over to my shame. The lady is dead upon mine and my master's false accusations. And briefly, I desire nothing but the reward of a villain.
Runs not this speech like iron through your blood?
I have drank poison whilst he uttered it.
But was it my brother that set you onto this?
Yea, and paid me richly for the practice of it.
Oh, he is thus composed and framed of treachery, and if fled he is upon this villainy.
Sweet hero, now thy image doth appear in the rare semblance that I left at first.
By this time, our sexton hath reformed Senor Leonato of the matter. But masters, do not forget to specify, when time and place shall serve, that I am an ass.
Here comes Master Senor Leonato, and the sexton too. Which is the villain? Let me see his eyes, that when I note another like him, I may avoid him. Which of these is he?
If you would know your wronger, look on me.
Art thou the villain that with thy breath has killed mine innocent child?
Yea, even I alone.
No, villain, thou beliest thyself. Here stand a pair of honourable men. The third is fled, but had a hand in it. I thank you, princes, for my daughter's death. 'Twas nobly done, if you bethink you of it.
I know not how to pray your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose me to what penance your invention can lay upon my sin. Yet sinned I not, but in mistaking.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. That were impossible. I pray you, tomorrow morning, come you to my house. Give her that honour that you would have given my child. And there ends my revenge.
Oh, noble sir, your overkindness doth wring tears from me. I do embrace your offer, and dispose for henceforth of poor Claudio.
Until tomorrow morning, then. This naughty man shall henceforth be brought to Margaret, who hath been embroiled in all this wrong.
No, by my soul she was not, but always hath been just and virtuous in anything I do know by her.
Moreover, sir, which is indeed not under white and black, this plaintiff here, the offender, did call me an ass. I beseech you, sir, let it be remembered in his punishment.
I thank thee for thy care and upon his pains.
Oh, your worship speaks like a most thankful and reverend youth, and I praise God for you.
Here's for thy pains.
God save the foundation. God restore you to health. And if a merry meeting may be wished, God prohibit it. Come, neighbours.
Until tomorrow morning, then. Farewell, my lords. We look for you tomorrow.
We will not fail. Tonight,
I'll mourn with Hero.
And therefore will come the God of love that sits above and knows me, how pitiful I deserve. Oh, Mary, I cannot show it in rhyme. I have tried. I can find no rhyme for lady, but baby. An innocent rhyme for scorn, horn. A hard rhyme, and school, fool. A babbling rhyme, very ominous endings. No, I was not born under a rhyming planet, nor I cannot woo in festival terms. Ah, sweet Beatrice. Wouldst thou come when I called thee?
Yea, Signor, and depart when you bid me.
Oh, stay, but till then.
Ah, then as spoken, fare you well. Yet, ere I go, let me go with that I came, which is knowing what hath passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words, and thereupon I will kiss you.
Ah, foul words is but foul wind. Foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore I will depart unkissed.
Thou hast frighted the word out of its rightful sense, so forcible is thy wit. But I must tell thee plainly enough. Claudio undergoes my challenge, and I must either shortly hear from him or subscribe him a coward. But tell me, for which of my bad parts did thou first fall in love?
Why, them all together, which maintain so politic a state of evil that they will not admit any good part to intermingle with them. But for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love, a good epithet. I do suffer love indeed, for I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart. If you will spite it for my sake, then I will spite it for your sake, for I could never love that which my friend hates.
Thou and I are too wise to woo peaceably. Now tell me, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
How do you?
Very ill too.
Serve God, love me, and mend. There will I leave you too, because here comes one in haste.
Madam, you must come to your uncle. Yonder's old coil at home. It is proved my lady hero hath been falsely accused. The prince and Claudio mightily abused. And Don John is author of all, who is fled and gone. Will you come presently?
Signor, will you come hear this news?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in your eyes, and moreover I will go with thee to thy uncle's.
monument of Leonato.
It is, my lord.
Done to death by slanderous tongues was the hero that here lies. Death and guerdon of her wrongs gives her fame that never dies. So the life that died with shame lives in death with glorious fame. Hang thou there upon the tomb, praising her when I am dumb. Now, music, sound, and sing your solemn hymn.
Pardon, goddess of the night, those that slew thy virgin night, for the which with sounds of woe round about her tomb they go. Midnight assist the moon, help us to sigh and groan. Heavily, heavily, graves yawn and yield your dead to death beatted. Heavenly, heavenly.
And now unto thy bones, good night. Yearly will I do this right.
Good morrow, masters. Put your torches out. Let us put on other weeds, and hence to Leonato's we will go.
And Hymen now with luckier issue speeds than this for whom we rendered up this woe.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, Prince. Good morrow, Claudio. We here attend you. Are you yet determined to be married today to my brother's daughter?
I'll hold my mind. Were she an Ethiop?
Fetch her in, brother. Here's the friar ready.
For this I owe you. Here comes other reckonings. Which is the lady I must seize upon?
The same as she, and I do give you her.
Give me your hand. Before this holy friar, I am your husband, if you like of me.
And when I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other husband.
Another hero.
Nothing certainer. One hero died defiled, but I do live. And surely as I live, I am a maid.
The former hero? Hero that was dead?
She died, my lord, but whilst her slander lived.
All this amazement can I qualify. When after that the holy rites are ended, I'll tell you largely of fair hero's death. Meantime, let wonder seem familiar, and to the chapel let us presently.
Soft and fair, friar. Which is Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do you not love me?
Why, no. No more than reason.
Why, then are your uncle and the prince and Claudio been deceived, for they swore that you did.
Do not you love me?
Troth, no. No more than reason.
Why then my cousin Hero and Ursula are much deceived, for they did swear you did.
They swore that you were almost sick for me.
They swore you were well nigh dead for me.
Well, 'tis no matter. Then you do not love me.
No, truly, but in friendly recompense.
Come, cousin, I'm sure you love a gentleman.
And I'll be sworn upon it that he loves her. For here's a paper written in his own hand. A halting sonnet of his own pure brain, fashioned to Beatrice.
And here's another, written in my cousin's hand, stolen from her pocket, containing her affection unto Benedick.
A miracle! Here's our hands against our hearts. Come, I will have thee. But by this light I take thee for pity.
I would not deny you. By this great day I yield upon great persuasion, and partly to save your life, for I was told you were in a consumption.
Peace, I will stop your mouth.
Your brother John is ta'en in flight and brought back with a mountain men to Messina.
Think not on him till tomorrow, then I will devise brave punishments for him. Strike up, pipers!